digest the good bits. We're doing sausage stroganoff, low carb style. Let's go over some of the basic ingredients. We're going to use onion, red bell pepper, chicken sausage. We're using cabbage in place of the pasta. You can't use pasta, low carb. And sour cream. We're going to show you how we cut the cabbage up to get this stringy effect. I saved part of it to show you. Let me set some of this aside and we'll come back to that. For the cabbage part of the demo, we're going to show you how we cut to get those strings. You want to cut it very thin. I got a quarter here. And you're just going to go down the side and use your fingers in a claw grip so you don't have your fingers in the way. You see my knuckles are against the knife and my fingertips are tucked in. I hope this is coming out on the camera so you can see it coming out nice and thin. Got to be careful on this last cut. And there we go. And we're going to put it in the bowl and string it out. I'm going to show you how that comes out. You do have some bigger chunks in there, but it'll be just fine. You'll see how it comes out. Cabbage demo done. Now we're going to get started with the base of the recipe. Be back in a minute. Thank you. Okay, we're going to fry the sausage. It's important to try to caramelize this to get it brown on both sides if you can, or at least part way. So you want to get them all, you don't want them stacked up. Try to divide them out the best you can. And then you just use your spatula, turn them over, and do the other side. Just got the idea, that's what we're doing, and we'll be back in a moment. We'll pull it out and I'll show you. Thank you. I hope you can see we got caramelization going on the edge of the sausage. That's what you need. Just need to get them a little brown. This particular sausage has to be cooked so it doesn't take long. Now we're going to remove this and we're going to cook the onions and peppers. Remove it and go to the next step. Be back in a minute. Thank you. Now we're going to add the onions and the peppers. We're going to cook those. Then add the cabbage. We don't cook it with the cabbage first. My theory on that is a lot of cabbage makes it hard to get this right. You can burn or not get it done. So we cook it first, we'll add it back to the cabbage when we're done. We're just going to give it a gentle stir, break up the onion, the pepper, kind of a saute if you will. Technically not, but kind of. And we'll get back and show you how this looks when we take it out. Thank you. Okay, we got the onions cooked down. We got a little bit of caramelization. We're going to add a little bit of salt to this, stir it up, and then we're going to set it aside and start the cabbage. We're going to put it right on top of the sausage here. This is all I'm going to go in the same time. Don't want any little bits burning, so I need to get that out of there. Now we're going to add the cabbage, put it aside, and we're going to put a lid on it because it's going to need to steam and cook down. I'm going to salt this right now too. And we're going to steam this, stir it occasionally, keep the lid on as much as possible. Every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, give it a stir so you can keep track of progress. We'll be back to show you what's going on later. Now we're back. We're going to show you the next stage. And if you get to the point where we're at now, you check it, and the cabbage is still a little crunchy, you're ready to move to the next step. We're going to add our sausage and peppers. And we want that to get warm again, and then we're going to turn the temperature down to add the sour cream. We do not want the sour cream to curdle. We're going to mix all this in. And we'll be back in a minute. We'll show you before we add the sour cream. Okay, if you look, we'll see what we've got. This can have very many variations. We use a little coconut oil for the base to cook with oil. But if you use sesame oil and change vegetables, you'd have a stir fry. But we're going to go ahead and season. We're going to add a little paprika, a little pepper. We turn the pan off so it cool off so the sour cream would not curdle. You need to season this to taste. Everybody's a little different. We're going to stir this up, get the seasoning blended real well, and then we're going to add the sour cream. Cabbage is al dente. The pan is off. We don't want the sour cream to curdle. Okay. We're going to add our sour cream. Stir that in to blend, and we'll be done. Tell me that's not starting to look like real stroganoff, folks. You stroganoff fans. Can't have stroganoff on low carb? I think you can. We're going to do a taste test here for you. Just to give you an idea. See the creamy texture in there. Okay, we're going to serve up a bowl and give it a taste. Now, isn't that pretty? Little cabbage. Well, here goes the taste test. You ready, folks? If you could only smell this. You wouldn't believe it's low carb. Thanks. Join us again for another great meal.